Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, it's gonna be pretty short. I've already done my whole face and I'm just gonna do an eyeshadow look. And currently I have my Truly Madly Deeply palette out and I have my Lime Crime Venus 2 XL palette, or XL2 actually, sorry. I'm a little, I flip things around in my head. I still have the cover on here because I just think it's kind of cute. But that does actually peel off, and this is a really great mirror. But even with the cover on it, like, it's still, you can see pretty clear through that. Anyways, I haven't used this except for the one time when I did a review on it, and it's such a pretty palette and I really want to use it. So today I'm going to try to come up with something. But first I'm going to go into Matter of Fact as my base shade, and that is from the Truly Madly Deeply palette. And you guys who watch my channel know that I like to use this shade as a base shade, or sometimes it's Lynn from the Jeffree Star Morphe X palette, but it's always something very similar to that, and I'll show you. It looks like this. So it goes really well with my skin tone and just helps give even coverage. And I think I need it especially today because I had such a problem with my foundation, or not foundation. I don't wear foundation. Sometimes I do, but typically I do not. But I do use concealer, and my makeup sponge, I think, was like ready to be cleaned and made my concealer really splotchy. I tried to clean it. But I don't know what was happening with it, and then it started tearing. It's one from Walmart, so it wasn't like super expensive or anything like that. And then I tried to use another sponge that was different, and it just wasn't working. I had to redo my concealer 3 times. So I ended up with this, and we're just gonna leave it where it is. But now that I have my base, let me just clean that corner. I have like these weird spots here and there where like the concealer, I don't know if it was extra wet or my eye was watering or something, but yeah, it's an interesting eye day today for sure. So I'm gonna set this aside. I don't know that I'll use anything else from there, but it's possible. But for now I'm just gonna go into the Venus XL2 palette. And the gold covering is so shiny on this that when I'm trying to look at the colors, it's like blinding and kind of hard to see. So if you guys have trouble with like bright shiny things, just keep that in mind. It is a little bit like makes it a little hard to see because all the colors are shimmery as well. And yeah, I just kind of noticed that it's like when you're looking at like an optical illusion, and it's sort of like blurry and your eye is trying to focus on something and it's hard. So there's that. Could just be me, but okay. What do I want to go with? I think I'm going to start with this shade Stella, which is kind of a champagne color. And I'm going to use one of my Farrah brushes. I'm going to use this Farrah 65E mini shading brush and go into Stella. Ooh. So I pressed kind of hard, but I didn't need to. It's a very soft shadow. I am switching from using my Too Faced Natural Lust palette, which is a very hard shadow, so I may have pressed just a little too hard. Sorry about that, Stella. So here we go. Just swooping it back and forth. Now it kind of blends with my eye, so wasn't exactly what I was hoping for, but that's okay. Let's try a different shade. So here's what Stella looks like, just so you guys know. It is like a sort of champagne shade. So what can I do in place of that? I think I'm going to go into In Bloom, which is that dusty rose color, and we'll put that there. I think I used this shade last time. Don't quite remember what I did, so I feel like this is the best transition shade in this palette for my eyeballs anyways. So there we go. It's also hard to tell, like sometimes it looks like there's not much on this eye and I am accidentally putting too much just because of the lighting. So one day I'll get it fixed and I'll have even lighting. Okay, so what do I want to do now? Goodness. I think I'm gonna use Thorn. Thorn is this kind of, it's got like a bluish purple fleck in it. I'm gonna go in there. We'll see how it works with a brush. I know a lot of times these don't really pick up well. Shades with like little flecks in them tend to not show up with brushes. They tend to work better with your hand or your finger. Not your hand, but you know what I mean. This is a very light shade, which is not what I was expecting, so I'm just gonna put it across the whole lid because it's not too bright. There we go. Cool. All right. Now, what do I want to use? I think I'm going to use Forbidden, and I'm going to go in with a different brush now. I'm going to use the pencil end of my crown brush. And Forbidden is this shade. I'm also probably going to use Phoenix as well. So I'm going to put it in the outer corner of my lid and bring it in a little bit into the crease, sort of like the C shape that you do when you do like a smoky eye, because that's my go-to way of doing shadow. I need to watch some more tutorials so I can figure out some other things to do. Or just take one of those Pinterest. Sometimes I can take a Pinterest look and redo it, but lately I've been doing a lot of smoky eyes. Lots of fallout here. Whew. Okay, and I'm gonna bring this in just a little bit more because Phoenix is a lot darker. And I'm gonna put it on the outer corner. The very outer corner. So we'll bring Forbidden kind of like into almost the center. And now I'm gonna go into Phoenix again with this pencil end and put it on the outer corner. We'll see if that sort of darkens. I may need to use Classical. Classical is like a dark brown. Okay. I mean, it's darker, but it's not super obvious like I'm hoping that it would have been. Like I was hoping it would have been. So I'm gonna go into Classical. Classical is this brown. Or actually, I'm gonna use West. West is a shimmery brown, so I feel like it will kind of have a better transition. Plus, in my experience, shimmer shades blend a lot better together. So I'm just gonna put this here and bring it in like so. Bring it down like so. And then I'm gonna blend this all together once I lay down the basic shape of where I want this to be, I guess you would say. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to take, again, the 65E mini shading brush and just blend this out on the ends here. Sort of diffuse that so it's not a really harsh line. Now I've gotten a lot of it down here, which I did not want, but that's easy to fix. There we go. Just going back in with Phoenix now. Bringing that in. And then I'll go in and kind of brush this off so it's not too dark. I'll go back into Forbidden and put it on the very end in the center. And bring that in. It's hard to get used to using such a soft palette. I keep putting my brush really firmly in the palette and I don't need to. I'm so sorry, please forgive me. Okay, now what I want to do, because I just really enjoy these products that I just got recently, is take Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow, and this is the shade Golden Eye, and I want to put it in the very corner. Inner corner, sorry. I should probably make that a little clearer. Okay, now I'm gonna wait for that to dry a little bit, maybe fan it a little bit. Now I'm gonna take my pencil brush from Farrah and blend it out into the other shades. You have to be kind of firm with the Stila glitters. Once they dry. So I'm holding my eyeball in weird ways. I'm also getting rid of some of the Lime Crime shadow inadvertently. So I'll have to go back in with Forbidden on that edge to blend this together better. But there we go. Okay, now I'm gonna go back into Forbidden and add it back here because I kind of rubbed it away on accident. And Phoenix. There we go. Okay, now my eyes have been watering a lot lately. Not really sure why, but it's kind of frustrating. The other day I did my makeup and it got completely ruined by the time I got to work. I had a nice wing going on, and I had to remove the other side because this eye wouldn't stop watering. But, you know, it happens sometimes. Just gotta go with the flow, I guess. Okay, so that looks good. I think I'm gonna put just the tiniest bit more gold right in this corner here because it looked like I had kind of gotten rid of it a little bit, so I'm gonna try moving it around while it's still wet, and that kind of messed up what was underneath there, so interesting. Try this way. Okay, that seemed to work a little better using my finger. Now my finger is coated in gold. Woo! Okay. So now I just want to do probably some lashes. Let me just blend out these edges because they look kind of harsh. So to do that, I'm going to use the shade Crown, which is kind of like a sparkly gold shade. And I'm just going to go on the tops here. Like this. Just sort of blend it out. Like that. Okay, that looks good. And then I'm gonna take Radiant, which is this very bright, vibrant white shade, and I'm gonna use the pencil brush. I'm gonna put it right in the inner corner and the inner corner of the lower lash line, like that. And I've got some of that Stila Gold on there, so it's giving it some pretty sparkle, which I ain't mad at. I'm gonna take West, bring it down into the lower lash line, where my eye is watering on this side. Yay. Try and tone that down, because it's going to be very pigmented because the corner's all damp. Okay. There we go. So that's it for the shadows. Now I'm going to do liner and lashes, and I will be right back. All right, guys. So last but not least is my gloss. That is the L'Oreal Color Juice in Cherry on Top. And my Betty Boop and Ipsy gloss. There we go. Now, I did actually want to try something a little weird. I love trying weird things. So I was thinking about taking this Glitter and Glow and dotting it on my cheeks. And then just spreading it around. To add gold glitter to my cheeks. Now I also have Almay Make 'em Jelly lights, so I can also use some of that. But that Stila glitter and glow is just so pretty. Like, this is working, but not nearly as well as the Stila does. So I'm just gonna do this on both sides. And you guys, I don't know if you can even see this on the camera, but it is gorgeous. So much sparkle. Oh, there's a lot. Whoop. There we go. So if I take this super harsh light away, maybe you can see the gold glitter. Yeah. Beautiful. It's hard to see because the holder is blocking my view, but I think you can see just how sparkly this is. Oh my gosh. Obsessed. Okay. I haven't used these in a long time, so I'm glad I thought of that. Alrighty. Let me put this back. It's teetering. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope that you always remember, no matter who you are or where you are loved, and you are enough. Bye guys.